Welcome to another Maz Play video. This is MazMojito, and today we're going to be getting into a new Stardew Valley type game. We're going to be playing Sunhaven. Let's get to it. Alright, so to get started, we're going to go ahead and get our character selected. Now, full disclosure, I have played this game before, and in fact I had a decent level, but I took such a long break from the game that I forgot quite a bit on how to play it. So we're going to be starting a new character for this playthrough series, and doing something a little bit different from what I did before. I just had a standard human type character, but this time we're going to get a little bit more creative and choose a different type of race. So here, just showing a couple of the different presets that you can choose from, but ultimately it's going to be up to you on what you decide to go with. So looking at my final character, I think I'm going to go with something like this. You got some other extra information there, not really important, but we're going to go with that approach. So we'll go ahead and get started with the introduction to the story, introducing the first character that we meet, and we'll take it from there. As usual, I will limit my comments to just important points I want to make, but let's just follow along with the story. All right, so to start off the game, we get to decide where we're going to put our house at, which we're going to basically be building up our farm around. So I'm just looking for a really good location to put it. All the objects you see here on the map will either eventually be breakable or harvestable, so it really doesn't matter. When I first played, I put this more in the center, but this time we're going to kind of like put the house over here. And then in the upper right, just kind of make that all farmland. So we're just going to go through the motions with the beginning of the game, get introduced to even more characters like Anne here, who's a merchant. And we've already met Lynn, who's the new town apprentice blacksmith. So you're going to meet a bunch of different characters here in town, each with their own different profession. Okay, so to start off, Anne gave us some really cheap rusty type tools, but that's just to kind of get us going. As you play the game, you will unlock better quality tools, which will allow you to bust up or chop down higher level trees or rocks or stones or whatever. Right now, I'm going to work on clearing this area out, getting rid of some of the trees, some of the smaller rocks, so that I can start putting the foundations down for my farm and for the other workbenches and stuff that I'm going to have to build to really make my farm useful, profitable, bring in new things. So you'll just see me doing quite a bit of harvesting here. Again, the big gray rocks, I do not have the proper level tools to break those up just yet. Same goes with the trees that do not have leaves on them. They're just like some thick log looking trees. I do not have a strong enough axe yet to chop those down. So we're gonna work with what we got and clear out what we can. Now, over time, things do grow back. So it's just a matter of just making space right now just to kind of figure out how we're gonna lay out our farm. So but yes, over time these things do come back either through events or just through progression of time. All right, so I pretty much got most of the wild trees and rocks down. As far as the areas, I even cleared out a lot of the stumps to try to slow down the trees growing back where stumps used to be. But I think I'm going to go ahead and clear these trees out, and this is pretty much going to be where I put down my first farm plots. And we'll just go ahead and make a nice decent size plot. We really don't have too many seeds right now, but we can buy some, and this will at least get us started for the story. So first thing, of course, is to till up the land, get everything tilled. We'll then have to kind of like harvest it to make it fertile, and then drop the seeds, give it some water, and then just wait. Alright, now that we have accomplished Anne's task, we're opening here the shipping portal, which is basically the way you conduct business in this game as far as trading things from your backpack to make a profit. And that is something that's going to be important as we play. We also got access to this crafting table, which is also going to be important to allow us to build the workbenches and different machines that we need in order to advance the story and to make our farm more successful in the future. So we're gonna go ahead and craft some items on that. It's getting dark right now. As you can see in the upper left, there are some red indicators saying that I have approximately 10 minutes to get to bed. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I will pass out and get a slight penalty for passing out without taking the time to go to bed before midnight. So now we have a new day, sun is up, and we can continue working on what we were doing. And you have little pop-up challenges, as you can see in the left side, weeded out. With the scythe, we can go around and clear out all the weeds, but that also fills up our bags pretty fast with a bunch of random plants. So it's just something that's part of the game as far as farming goes, weeding and taking care of that kind of stuff. Eventually you can kind of get rid of those weeds, sell them, or craft them into new useful items. But for now, we're just going to kind of work with continuing to clear and build more farm plots. Okay, so we got quite a few things in our backpack. We also have some tabs here where we can level up our skills as we play. Depending on what we're working on or doing in the game, we will get skill points or experience points in that category. So there's a farming category, exploration category, combat, fishing, mining, all those things you can do throughout the game. And as you play, you will get points dedicated for those categories so that you can increase your skill level in those different areas. Now, each category has like 3 or 4 roles of different things you can really focus on. I like to do a little bit of a mix and match for my first playthrough. So that's pretty much the path that I'm going to take in this one. Now, full disclosure, eventually what I'll probably end up doing is progressing this story along a little bit just to kind of give a feel for the game, but then we're probably going to just jump back into my previously started game just to continue on, since we're so far along in that story. But this is really just kind of an introduction to show how the game is before I just jump right into picking up where I left off from my last save. Right, leveled up my farming just by whacking weeds, and we got a little indicator on our crafting workbench that we have a job done, which was making some wood planks. So we went ahead and picked all those up, and we're probably going to just queue up another job, either more wood planks most likely or something else. But this is pretty much how we use all these resources that we're gathering as we're clearing lands to make our farm bigger. We also have a notification down on the walkway. It's like a envelope notification, so we have some mail there that's waiting for us to check it and see either a new task or what they're expecting of me next. Always go here to the shipping portal just to get rid of any excess items that I have, so that we can make a little bit of profit, or we can even close out some quests, because sometimes the quests turn-ins are here, or you have to find the individual in town and talk to them in order to turn in their quest. So Emmett here in the general store has quite a few items here to sell, and as you progress the story, more and more items will continue to unlock for you to be able to buy. Looking at the items that are available, I don't have a lot of gold right now because I'm just starting off, but eventually you will have a decent clip of gold, either getting from turning in quests or selling your products from your farm. So this is the place to come if seeds are needed. You can find the seeds in the world too as you explore, but this is the quickest way to get a variety of different seeds. It's from his general store. All right, so while we're checking our inventory, we're also going to check this bulletin board out here, which also gives you a list of events coming up, as well as requests for assistance, or quests as I like to call them, from the different townspeople. Exactly what they need. And once you get those items, you have to find them in town to turn that in so that you can get your reward. So quite a big town, as you can see here. Everyone's pretty spread out. This is where the soldiers are, and you will actually get quests from them as well. So it's something that's going to be pretty fun to play, and I'm going to continue to explore this as I put a bookmark in the video here. But as usual, I like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.